Hey guys, so typically in a case this large, so this is my mining rig, and I know, insert the comments about being mad about mining rigs, but this is all non-brand new in-box hardware. My actual gaming machine, and its off time, if you can hear the hum, is a mining rig as well, just because it makes no sense for a piece of hardware to be sitting around and doing nothing. So for that one, might as well make an extra income rather than it just sitting. With a case like this, meant to house a lot of hardware, this used to be my Unraid server, which I repurposed and put the Unraid server into a more appropriate case. This used to have lots of hard drive cages. Obviously it's dated with the 5¼ inch bays. And now it's meant for maximum airflow and housing 3 fast GPUs. I'm hoping to add maybe an additional one somewhere, so I'm looking around for that. Now that being said, the airflow on this is good, not great. And the reason I believe is that these big 200mm fans that were originally shipped with the case, which I believe it came with 2, the person I bought it from used, because it was all these parts are used, had 3 of those 200mm fans. I was messing with things just to see what would work, and obviously broke the 140 in the back. It was kind of noisy and gonna be thrown out anyways. But today we're looking at a specific product that nails in maybe a product spec if you're looking at water cooling, if you have AIOs, if you have a full system loop, it's a budget version, which those usually don't coincide with each other. But this case has a spot for a 360 rad, a 240 in the front, possibly a 280, and a 140 or 120 in the back. Most fans are grouped as singular units, so it's a 120mm fan, a 140mm fan, a 200, and they're all separate parts. This product from UpHere, you gotta put it right side up to make it actually legible, is a brand that I've seen a lot about, but I've been using them to do budget builds for friends and people that want gaming computers. So you just stick them in a whole set of fans for $20 to $30. Jay's 2 Cents and a couple other channels are now, I think, on to the secret about that. And so I was looking around to see what other products they made, and there's this. It looks like it could be a full 360 radiator. However, it is not. It is a set of fans, and it's a kind of set of fans that I don't think you've probably seen. So here we go. So here's your sound dampening pads, but ready for it? Now, the unboxing experience isn't perfect with this company because they're saving you money, not making things look Apple. But look at this. This is a 360mm solid unit with 120mm fans that I believe they light up, but I don't think you can control them, which is unfortunate. But I love the idea, if you have an AIO, that you have this solid frame. So you're removing all of the issues that you may have with static pressure, and there's one singular cable coming out of this entire set of 3 fans. Now, I wish that we could control the RGB because it looks like there's no controller, no anything. But this is where this kind of stuff with industry makes me excited for some major manufacturer to produce something with maybe 2 cables. I think you could do this with 2. You basically run the power through this 4-pin PWM fan connector, and then you run an RGB next to it, and you would have 2 cables for all these fans. Because I think Lee is making that snap together system, but I believe each fan retails for like $30, but they're being resold for like $50 a piece because they're unavailable. So if you want a whole set of RGB 1 cable fans, this whole entire set, the 120, the 240, and the 360, were all $30. I'll put a link in the description below and we'll check it out. But first, we need to do a little disassembly with this guy. I already took off the front. My main complaint with the 200mm fans, they might move a lot of air, but the pressure or the static pressure behind a bigger fan like that is very low. And so I think with these filters, if you put your hand here and just kind of, while the fan is moving, you don't feel any air moving whatsoever. And so I know that it's moving more air to lower pressure, but I also need it to shove air through because these GPUs two of them are the stock coolers and they suck at cooling themselves. So they need a lot of air just to be thrown at them at a probably higher pressure than these fans can handle. Now, that being said, most of the GPUs are fine. Two of them are running between 70 and 80 degrees, which is pretty okay. Not ideal, but pretty okay. One of them, however, is running at 90 degrees. And so if we can get that one to go sub 90, I believe this is a success. And if we can get all the other GPUs to maybe tone down, that'd be a success too. Now, the one thing that you'll notice with my power supply is it's actually another exhaust as well. I'm using that just simply to get more air out the back, and that will give me the ability to shove more positive pressure through, and hopefully it will be effective and not just a waste of fans. So let's disassemble this and get going. Okay, with this configuration, I'm going to do the 240 at the front, the 360 at the top, and the 120 at the back. Okay, we have the fans installed. I think they look pretty clean. Right? So let's fire it up, see how it performs, see if my temperatures are any different. Time to power it on and see how it looks as my camera is panning for me. Thank you. Wow. Whoa. That is some unicorn rainbow vomit, as one of my friends would say. That is, if you're looking for a discrete computer, this is not you, but if you're looking for one that... Alexa, turn all the lights off. Yeah, that's super intense. Alexa, turn all the lights on. What is up, guys? It's a different day. Basically went through testing these particular UpHere fans. Here's my conclusion. If you're looking for an air-cooled system and you want to add some lights, some color, and a lot of airflow, these fans are great. They come in at a 360, a 240, and a 120 as far as configurations. You can't break them apart, unfortunately, so you would probably need a decent sized ATX case. Unfortunately, as you can see now, they're all out of sync as far as color goes. That's pretty common. They start out looking normal, and then they just start to drift little by little. Now, that being said, are you paying the price for fully addressable RGB fans? No. This set of fans is $30. CoolerMaster makes a 360mm radiator friendly unit like this guy And instead of 30 bucks for all of this, the CoolerMaster product, yes, is addressable RGB and probably has a little better fans, but it's $50 just for the 360mm unit. This, you get the 240 and the 120 for $30. So you're almost half the price for an entire system of fans rather than just the front or top of your case. Now that being said, you could also go the route if your friend and you need fans and you maybe have one fan or maybe they have one fan in their case already included. You could basically split the cost and spend $15 for maybe this set, and then they get the 360 or the reverse. And so you could spend $15 on 3 fans total, which would bring a lot of airflow, a lot of light, and just, you know, something unique. Now, the quirks about these fans. This 120mm fan is actually a completely different fan blade and fan size. So if you look at this fan blade, it has 5 spokes, whereas the traditional ones down here, I believe, have 10 or 8. I think it's 10. Also, the 120mm fan spins up to 1450 RPM. The 240 and 360 only go up to 1100. What does this mean? If you're running these with radiators, it's not going to have as much pressure. This will put, 40 CFM through the one fan. The next one up is 60, and this one I believe is just over 90. So you're not even getting double, you're getting an additional half, and then a half on top of that. So as far as efficiency goes and things like that, it's not going to be equivalent to a Noctua fan. If you're looking for the ultimate airflow and quietness, Noctua is about 15 bucks a fan, whereas these are 30 bucks for all of them. And if you're one of those people that have gotten here and said, well, I don't really like the RGB, especially that I can't control it, you know, I just need a good set of fans and maybe, you know, be able to configure them in other ways than the fixed ones like this. There is a kit that the same brand makes. It's a 5, let me get it out. It's a 5 fan kit that comes with standard black or white fans in the 120mm size. They all spin up to, I believe, 1100 RPM. If you're looking for a super unique set of fans and you have a larger case, or maybe you want to split them with your friends, split the cost, maybe do something that way, the UpHere kit that I'm looking at, I will put a link in the description below, along with the cheaper 5-pack of UpHere fans. Both of them are good quality. Like I said, there is some variation in the RPM and the CFM that you're going to get, aka the volume of air that's being pushed through. So check that out. I will also link the CoolerMaster 360 addressable rad friendly fans, just so you can check out what those look like. If you have questions or comments about these, or maybe a particular set of cooling fans, or what your system is looking at, leave it in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it. Share it if you have someone in your life that's looking to build their computer and wants some cheap or affordable fans and parts, and I will keep continuing to come out with content like this in the future. Thanks, guys.